Hello and welcome to this episode of Mad Mike's Garage. Today we're going to be changing the front brake pads and rotors out on a 2017 Lexus RX 350. This is of the F Sport variety. It shouldn't be any different, I don't think, than a normal one, but honestly I don't know. So what we'll need here is 21mm to get the lug nuts off and your special adapter if you have one of those. And then once we get into the caliper, you'll need a 12mm, and then the bracket itself is 19mm. That's the sockets that you'll need to get them off. So the next clip will be with the car up and those pieces off. This is not really happening. I have my son helping me. These caliper bolts are no joke.
Dad, you need to tell me when to
Keep
stop.
going.
Okay.
I think we already got it broke loose. Okay, stop. All right, keep going, bud. That's definitely in the loose position. Okay, that's it. I think we got it.
See, it's already up.
Let's see if we got it. I mean, we pretty near have to because there was no other option but up. Yeah, that got it. Luckily, that got it. So, good job, son. There we go. As you can see, caliper bracket's loose. I don't like resorting to that crazy tomfoolery because you can get hurt doing this type of stuff. But our bolt's out, our bracket's out, and now we can work on getting our rotor off. The last time on the driver's side, I'm lying, the passenger side, yeah, rotor was on there. I'd use the mini sledge to get it off, so I'm not gonna bore you with all that. We're gonna use the mini sledge, beat it off, put the new one on, put the caliper bracket on, and we'll be good to go. The little anti-seize I'm putting against the face, the back face of where the rotor goes, and because that way the next guy doesn't have to fight with all the fun stuff that I just had to fight with. Wasn't terrible, but I definitely had to use the hammer on it to get it to come loose. So a little bit on the bolts. I'll go grab my rotor, throw that on, and I'll get the caliper bracket on, and then I'll show you the installation of the brake pads. Alright, we have our pad in place, or our bracket in place. It goes in place like such. I'll leave all my factory clips in. I do not replace the factory ones. It takes a little bit. Once you get them lined up, you're golden. So, you'll see. These here, the torque spec is as tight as you can get them by hand. That's the torque spec. 19mm caliper brackets, 12mm calipers. So, I use the old Ugga Dugga 19mm. This is how I do. You do however you want to go on and find the torque specs and torque them, by all means, go ahead. I'm not gonna hate you for it. I'm not gonna hate you for it. That's as tight as I can get them, and that's good. All right. Now we have our brand new caliper, our brand new brake pads compared to the normal brake pads. So we'll throw them on, and we shall be good to go. Side up in. There's one. You can tell by the contour of the rotor which way these need to go. If you can't figure that out, you should be paying somebody to do this for you. This video is for entertainment purposes only at that point, because I'm not going to be responsible for you if you don't know what side to put your brake pads on. I've seen people change these before, and they put them on the wrong way. And there we have a set of happy brake pads. Now, I need to get my high dollar fancy caliper piston smusher in place and retract these. I'm so aggravated because I used to have two of those like woodworking clamps that work good, and I also have C clamps, and I can't seem to find anything right now. I'm frustrated, so I'm using a caulking gun, but it works. I walk back each side with my handy dandy caulking gun. Now all we need to do is slap this back. Oh, I missed a step. I forgot our wishbones. So one goes here in this hole. The other one goes here. And then the other one goes here and here, facing down. I would use the originals if you have them and they're not terrible. I just don't have a lot of faith in the new stuff. And here we go. Make sure your adjustable sliders in your calipers are free. And then you can push against them, and then push in, and then slide down. At that point, you're already home free. So I need to get a screwdriver. This one is not cooperating exactly like the other side did. The other side just fell in. Aha, perfect. There we go. So we need our two bolts that are 12mm heads. Line up your, this needs to come down just a shade. Okay, there we go. That's that one. And then here's the bottom. Okay, they're both started. Don't mind my kids, they're having a great time. They're loving on each other. So, never mind, it was going lefty-loosey. I had it started. I swear I did. There we go. I needed my screwdriver for that mission there. So, I accidentally kind of missed it there. This little 3/8 impact is no joke. All right, so now we are ready to install the tire and call this front brake job complete. All right, in conclusion, worn out brakes, check. Worn out rotors, check. I'm glad they were worn out because I beat the crap out of them to get them off. You're gonna need something to squeeze those pistons back. I use this, they actually make tools for it. There's that. You need a 19mm to get the caliper brackets off. You need a 12mm to get the calipers off of the bracket. So here's your main two tools, and then you'll need a 21, of course, to get your wheels off the car. That's pretty much it. And make sure you can locate your anti-theft socket. You do you, but these are all of the parts that came with the brake pads. The brake pads were made in like Vietnam or Taiwan or some stuff. You can get some of the centric brake parts made in Japan, but that is up to you. These brake pads I believe were made in Vietnam or Taiwan, I can't remember which. It says right here. And then these here metal pads, or all the metal caliper anti-rattle stuff was all made in China. Here is the part number for the brake pads, and it says made in India. So it's 301.13.240. Yeah, 240. 301.13.240. I would recommend using the original anti-vibration stuff. They were very tight. I tried my 3/8. It's a Pittsburgh branded from Harbor Freight. It's a wobble type 3/8 socket, and as you can see, it failed the test on this particular job. So, and then of course a screwdriver is pretty handy to get your caliper swung out from your caliper bracket. And then I ended up using this 19mm socket with the with this breaker bar, and if you've seen in the video, I ended up using a jack to get the bottom one done, and then on the top, on the driver's side, I ended up, because you're pushing down on that side to get it loose. I used this. I used a 21mm. Used a 21mm wrench to enhance my torquing capabilities on that. Hello everybody at home, there's my son. He was helping me on the jack to get the driver's side caliper loose. And there's my daughter who is making all the noises in the background to enhance your experience. Have a good one. Please like and subscribe. And hopefully you got something out of this video you can use. And we will see you next time.